Hello, good morning. We are currently live on YouTube, currently live in the Beat Floor Studio Facebook page, and we are currently going live in the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group. Hello, good morning. Today it is August 8th, 2025, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And you are joining me, Fen Lee, for another Bead and Chat help session. Hello. Okay, if you're currently here with me live, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from and what you are working on. Because with these Bead and Chats, we just bead and chat together, or craft and chat, whatever you're working on. So you're currently live in the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group. Like the post, make a comment so that I can see your comments. So let me go there and see if I can open that up. All right, here we go. All right. Yeah, sorry, just blanking out a minute. It's been quite a week. Um, so it's been quite a week. So I did get some beading done, I think. When was the last? Let me show you what I finished last week. Okay. Boxes, project boxes full of stuff. Don't fall. This way. Okay. So I have been working on these French beaded cosmos for the last, I want to say 4 weeks of doing these live streams, right? So I've been working on these. I think I will take a break from these today and not work on these. So the cosmos I'm going to plant them in with this trellis. So, and I was working on these centers last week on our chats, and I only got like 1.5 done because there was too much counting. I can't count and talk at the same time. So when I took my kids to the library's makerspace, I finished these on Wednesday. So here we are. Okay, hello, Louise. What are you working on, Louise? I think I know. Canterbury bells. Okay, so I've finished these. And I think I will take a break from the cosmos today and work on a new project for my next class. So I'm not going to give too much details on it, but I will just be working on it. And I just got a box of beads in the mail, and I have not opened it. So I thought it might be fun to open my box of beads. So let's do that first. Okay, we have Carrie Ann from Washington working on Lauren's Christmas wreath. Hello, Carrie Ann. Yes, this is the time to think Christmas projects. But if you are working on Lauren's wreath, it's like work on it all year round, right? Because it's a huge wreath. But this is the time to think about Christmas projects in DIY craft world. So I've got this box of beads that just came. I haven't opened it yet. So I'm like, oh, that would be fun. Let me see if I can move my camera. Just a little bit like this. Thought it would be fun to do an unboxing. Show what be. Okay, I had no specific reason for ordering these beads. Like, is there a reason for ordering beads? I didn't have a project that I was needing to do, but I needed to order some beads to maintain my discount And also they gave me a coupon for like 20 bucks off. Okay, let me fix this mic because I hope the audio is okay. Because can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, sound check. Can you hear me? I decided to turn the mic around so that it won't show in the front, but it's just like hitting in my shirt. So, anyways, like I was saying, I needed to order to maintain my discount, and also they gave me 20 bucks off. So no other reason to buy beads. Okay, let's see what's in here. What I did was I think I need these beads, and I think I might need these beads, and these beads can look like I don't have these colors. So that was my whole reasoning. No bead along, no class, no kits to do it for, except just for restocking. Okay, you can hear me. Awesome. Louise says, like the size of the box. It's a lot of beads. Okay, I'll set that aside. All right. Oh, this is a new color. I have not gotten this color bead before. I mean, I have this color bead, but I don't have this finish. What finish is this? It is an opaque green matte. So it's a new to me finish in this color. I don't have the matte green. So opaque green matte, it's what's called. So Matsuno Dynamite. So don't have a plan for these, but I like just having things on hand as I'm working on stuff. I have this finish in the other colors, like an orange, and I like it. So I'm liking the color so far. All right, next one. What's new to me? Okay. This is not new. It is a rainbow white, Ceylon rainbow white. Can't really tell when you beat it, but can't tell really. But in person, you'll see it. See, you can see the rainbow finish. Not sure if you can see the rainbow finish. I think you can. Just a little glimmer. I just love the rainbow finishes. Okay, where's my mouse? All right. Okay, looks like we've got Pauline joining us. Hello, Pauline, and Natia joining us. Hello, Pauline. Let me know where you're watching from and what you're working on. Okay, what else we got? It's the lighting looks okay, like on the camera, but it's kind of dark where I am, so I have to like come closer and look. Okay. Another new to me bead. Is a matte root beer. I normally use the root beer in the rainbow finish when I want a brown color, but I decided brown is not my favorite color. I'm not a huge fan of browns, And the only brown that I really like is the is the rainbow root beer. So I decided to kind of expand on my brown. So this is a matte root beer. How do I feel about it? It's not bad. I might grow into it. Okay. So matte root beer. Another new to me color. Okay, I think, is this new or is it a double order? Okay, so when I ordered these, I did not go through my stash to see what I have and what I didn't have. I just went off of memory, which is not good, but I don't know if I have this already or not. Sea green. Inside color, sea green. I'm not going to take it out of the other bag. Don't know. I have no plans. It's just to have in my collection. Okay. Natia says, I also love unboxing beads. The colors can look different in the monitor than they do in real life when you unbox them. Yes, they can. But I find that Fire Mountain Gems has been pretty good about the colors, yeah, they've been pretty good with the colors. They did change to the matte yellow on me, not because not because of what was on the monitor, but because they just changed the formulation for the matte yellow, which I'm not happy about. Okay, Pauline is in Scotland working on a new wreath. Loving all these colors. I have bead envy. Yep. What is this color? Don't tell me I have this already. Opaque dark yellow. It looks familiar. I may or may not have this already. Maybe not. If I do already have it, I guess I just have extras. Okay, Marsha wants to know where I get my beads from. Marsha, I got these beads off firemountaingems.com. So right here is their Fire Mountain Gems. And then add a .com at the end. Okay, so what is this here? FYI, this is not sponsored. I paid for all these beads. I paid for these with my own money. Okay, let's see. Inside turquoise matte. This is a new color to me, I think. Let me take it out because it's new to me bead. I guess every time I'm just like, okay, what bead don't I have? So I'm just going to order it. All right, so that's a new to me bead. Let's see. Turquoise matte. Well, I guess I'm expanding on my matte colors because I have a lot of the transparent colors, but I don't have a lot of the matte ones. So I'm expanding on my matte collection. Okay, looks like we have April joining us. Hello, April. What are you working on? Oh, I've got this cool purple. It's another new to me, a matte purple. I guess this time I'm just getting all the matte colors because I don't have a lot of matte colors. I do, but I don't. So just add it to my collection. Matte purple. Purple blue. Dark blue. Oh, it's not purple, it's dark blue. Okay. I like it. Is there a bead that I don't like? Probably. The browns. Cobalt blue. I may have this already. I don't know why. Why did I buy this? Cobalt blue. I feel like I have this. Transparent. But got a little click happy. Okay. Matte Sky. Ooh. I think this may just be a restock. Because I feel like that's a restock or something. Is it? Or is this a restock? Well, maybe it's just a slightly different color. I have another matte. No, it's a different color. I have another matte blue that I like. But this is just a slightly different color. Nope, it's new. New to me. Most of these are new to me. What is this? I don't remember buying this. Opaque Rainbow Dark Blue. This may have just been, I accidentally clicked on it. I don't remember buying this. I don't. I have a lot of these blue rainbow, dark blue rainbow, purple rainbows that I don't need more. So I feel like that was just an accident. Okay, oh, here's another blue. I think this order was more focused on the blues. Some orders I focus on pinks. Some orders I focus on purples. I think this one is more blue and yellows and oranges. This, I guess this time has been stocking up on blues. And I need more containers to put my new beads in. So this is a green, sea green, matte sea green. Can you see? Okay, here we go. Pauline wants to know, are these for a new design? I don't use much in blue. No, Pauline, it's not for a new design. It's just, I needed to order some beads to maintain a certain discount level by a certain date. And also they gave me 20 bucks off. So that's why I just stocked up on certain beads, but it's not for a new design. So don't go out and buy these beads just yet because I don't have a plan for these yet. Maybe sometime in the future because I do have these beads, but at this time, no, no, it's not for a new design. Okay, April says, I'm working on that leaf I posted in the Facebook group. I did see that, April. The colors are amazing for that leaf. That's awesome. Okay, Natia says, I think I already had this dark blue color in matte from Preciosa, however, only in size 9. This one? This is the one you're talking about? In the size 9? It's a beautiful blue. All right, more blues. More, ooh, okay. So I got like this finish in one of my like orange colors. So I'm getting this in the, what is this? Turquoise blue, a matte turquoise blue. I'm just loving these finishes. And ooh, a red. Opaque red. Normally I use like a transparent red or a transparent rainbow red. So just kind of expanding on this. This is an opaque. It doesn't, it's normally I'm not a huge fan of just plain opaque, but this one looks good. You know, just your standard opaque red bead. No special finish. What is this? Transparent red. This is a restock, just plain transparent red. I do still have red in stock, but I figured why not? Can never get enough. Can never have enough red. Transparent red. Sometimes they go out of stock, so that's why, even though I still have it in stock for like on my end, I still like to just add it to my cart and buy it just in case, because you never know. Just like with the reds and the greens, I just restock. Is there a green that I didn't get? I didn't get a. There's a green that I didn't get that I normally like to restock, just to have some more on hand. Okay, so just your standard green, transparent. So if you are looking to buy greens, I guess this would be the green to get, just basic transparent green for whatever. More blues. Pastel blue. I don't have a lot of pastels. I don't do a lot of pastels. Okay. Okay, Natia says the dark blue matte 5 bags P4. Dark blue matte. I think I know which one you're talking about. I love that one. This one. This one. This is the one you're talking about. I really love this one. Love it. Okay. Okay, 2 more bags, and then we're done. And clear matte. Well, I decided to get like not plain white. Hey, I didn't get Ceylon white. Are you kidding me? That's my usual restock. I didn't get it. I got a clear matte. It's a little bit different. Clear, but in the matte finish. What am I doing with it? I don't know. I don't know yet. Okay, 1 more bag. All right, so this is, what is this? Clear, silver line. Clear matte in a silver line finish. I may or may not have this, right? I don't think I do. Not sure what I'm going to use it for yet. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, darker blue. This one, Natia? So okay, so that's all the beads. That's all of it. And I've got this storage box that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. What I'm going to put in this little dinky storage box. Got too many beads. I never have uses for these things. So if you have ideas of what I can put in here. Not beads, because we use more beads than this, right? We certainly do. And I can use it to store my actual seeds. Not seed beads, but seeds. Okay, so let me grab all my blues and see how many blues I got. Get the box out of the way. How many blues I got? Because today is blue day. This is green. Wow. Okay. And I don't have a lot of blues in my collection, so just expanded my blue collection. I have a lot of purples. I have a huge purple collection, but not a blue collection. So just added all of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 new. Well, maybe not this one. This is more like I ordered by accident. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 new to me colors. Just to have for when I need to design something blue. Okay, let's put them all back in the box and get to beading. Okay. Put this, oops. Put this book back down so I can put my drink on there. Okay, Natia wants to know how many grams are in a bag and how much do you currently pay for one? Has it become much more expensive than it was 6 months ago? Okay, first question, how many grams are in a bag? There are 500 grams in a bag. And how much do you currently pay for one? They have gotten, it all depends on the finish of, it depends on the bead. So the prices vary. So if you go to the Fire Mountain Gems website, let's see. Let's go there because they're all different. So if we go to, let's look at the transparent red dynamites. They are going for like 8 to 12 cents per gram. So depending on the bead that you get. The red opaque red that I got, but it also depends on the amount that you get, the tiers that you get. If you buy 1 to 14 things, the price is like $42. But if you buy 15 to 49 things, it's like $38. So per bag. So it all depends on how many bags of beads you're getting. So, and they're all around the same ish, about 7 to 12 cents per gram for 500 grams. Oh, but that's as low as 7 cents per gram, depending on the tier that you get. Um, the amount of beads that you buy. So go to Fire Mountain Gems, you can get you can find the prices. But yeah, so the bags can range between like $30 to $42, depending on how many bags of beads that you buy. Okay. And last question. Has it become more expensive than it was 6 months ago? Um, I did notice that the prices have gone up 6 months ago. When was the last time I bought beads? I did notice that it did go up drastically for certain beads that I've purchased. For some beads, like the transparent beads, the prices have kind of remained the same. But for the special finishes, they have increased by like maybe $10 a bag or so from the last time I ordered. So some of the beads, for some reason, um, have gone up drastically by like $10 a bag, but some, like the transparent beads, they have kind of remained the same. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So, I guess it's good to restock on some beads when we can, because uh, who knows? Who knows? Okay, so well, that took me like half an hour to to do an unboxing. So, like I said, I'm going to work on a prototype for my next beat along. Okay, who knows what the future brings? But in the last 20 years or so, I've noticed like the prices for wire has gone up, and I believe I have not purchased wild. I mean, I have not purchased wire since the prices have gone up at Parawire. I had purchased a huge order just before the prices went up. Um, so prices have gone up um, with one of our favorite suppliers. When did they do that? A few months ago? Um, yeah, just a few months ago, they increased their prices because while they are a US company, they do import copper from other countries as well. Okay. Now I need to figure out what am I going to do. Because, of course, I don't have a plan yet. I'm just coming up with the design as of this moment. Kind of, yeah. So I'll be quiet for a minute as I'm thinking. Eight. Okay. And of course, there's a lot of counting in this one too. So, okay. Natia says the extra tariffs haven't affected you as much as I thought. Um, I think the tariffs were kind of rolled back. We had a tariff, and then the tariffs kind of were on pause. So I think right now it's on pause right now, and don't know what's going on yet. And as far as supplies that I have ordered a lot just before the price increases. So if you're getting kits from me, I'm still using the old pricing, I guess. until, you know, things change. 5, lots of counting. All right. Okay, so this is what I have so far, what I've made. So this is the color that I'm using right now. This is not the actual color of, okay, hang on, it's not in focus. This is not the actual color of the flower that I'm doing. It is, we were at at the library's makerspace, and these are the beads that I had with me to make my cosmos. So I decided just to make the prototype in this color, but um, so that's what I have so far. Okay, Natia says, for us, they came back into force yesterday. Oh, lovely. Well, actually, I have decided not to ship internationally anymore, just because of the changes and with shipping internationally with the import fees and tariffs and stuff like that. I recently sent something to a country that I have shipped to before. And I mean, the shipping costs are already horrendous for the product. The shipping was already more than the actual product. And the person was willing to do that. And for me, I thought, okay, if the person is willing to pay the shipping cost, then then I don't see why I shouldn't ship the product if they're willing to pay the shipping cost, right? So the person was absolutely willing to pay the shipping cost for the product, even though the product was, less than the shipping cost. Okay, hang on. So that was back in March. I shipped it. And then the person came back to me and said, I have not received the product. I want a refund on the product. So I went to check tracking, and the tracking says that it's at their post office, and all they need to do is pick it up at the post office. And they said, "Oh, there's issues with the post office, and I don't know, like, can't contact them or something. There's just issues with the post office. There's like bad communications with them or something like that." So, and that was the last that I heard from this person. And from all of that, I gathered, you know what? It's not because they have communications with their post office, it's because their government or whatever the issues are with import fees, they they are getting charged an import fee at this time from they are getting charged an import fee, an additional import fee. And the person does not want to pay what triple the price for the actual product, which I totally understand. But at the same time, I did not know that this was happening, these new rules for their country. And I fulfilled my end of the deal, right? The person was not at fault, and I was not at fault. But she was trying to get me to refund the product and the shipping at the same time, which um, is just a bad Okay, I need to count first. 8, 5. Okay. So it just sucks. It's not their fault. It's not my fault. So, but at the same time, she was trying to blame me for the situation so I could refund the shipping and the product as well. So I figured that was what was happening because she didn't reply to me saying, um, "Here's the tracking. You can get it for contact your post office." So that went on for a long time. No, like there was no communication after that. And then I just dropped it because I figured that was what was happening. And the product finally came back to me um, end of July. So that was March, April, May, July. After 3 months, the product came back to me and I refunded the product. Right. So they were, I guess, and they were willing to um, be out the shipping, but I can't just eat the shipping because I fulfilled my part. Right. It's just, it's just, I don't know, not a good place to do business right now. So that is why I've decided, I can't deal with all this anymore. So therefore, I'm just going to stop shipping internationally. Fine. All right. Just don't want to deal with the issues because the rules keep changing. The import fees and the tariffs keep changing. So, and most of my students are in the US anyway, so just don't want to deal with it. All right, Natia says, "Do you know what the conditions are when an American flies to Europe and brings, for example, two or three of your beat spinners with him as a gift? Can he simply take them with him in his luggage?" And well, I think if someone comes here and buys some beat spinners and takes it home, I mean, it's a plastic thing, right? Just a plastic thing. So just pretend that it's something that is in there that they purchased here and not to give anyone. Chances are that should be okay. But you should look that up yourself, right? But chances are that should be okay. But if you were, but I found out from my neighbor, my Chinese neighbor, that she cannot ship items, personal gifts. Like she's not selling these things. She's just buying gifts for her parents and shipping it to her family in China from the US. And they are charging what is it? Is it like just 100% tariff or something like that on a personal gift? So the rules are changing, so I don't know. But chances are, if someone comes here, buys a thing, takes it home, that should be okay. But don't take my word for it. All right. Okay. Too many counting in this here. Okay. After all, oop, wrong number of beads. After all, okay. So in the past few weeks, I've been doing just kind of questions that came into my inbox or in the group. And I did have one in my inbox that I will pull up. This one says, "Hi, Fen. I want to make a lotus for my daughter." She's talking about the water lily pattern that I have on my website. "How would I reduce the size of your finished flower? I have made some miniature flowers, but I am not proficient enough to figure out how you can modify the size of flowers. Can you provide guidance?" Okay. Two parts, right? Two parts. Normally, if you have a flower that you want to just if there is a big flower, bigger flower that you want to turn into a smaller flower, what I would do is I would just use the same basic row and reduce the number of rows. For example, it's a 10 bead basic, and and there's like 21 rows on the original pattern. What I would do to reduce the size of the flower is to reduce the number of rows. Keep the 10 bead basic, reduce the number of rows, say instead of 21 rows, let's try 11 rows, right? So just keep the same basic, reduce the number of rows until you get the size of the petal that you want. But on the other hand, in this case, with the water lily pattern, it is an advanced pattern. And we kind of talked a little bit about what beginner to advanced patterns are like last week, right? Beginner patterns are where you just have petals using your beginner level techniques, like petals with just the basic frame, petals and leaves with just the continuous uh, techniques, like continuous loops, continuous wraparound loops, continuous crossover loops. Those are your basic techniques. So when you have those techniques in a pattern, I would consider them to be just beginner level patterns. But once you get into your advanced patterns, like the water lily, where I used a more advanced technique of continuous split basic technique, a technique that I came up with, that I developed not a few years ago, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, for keeping this, for having multiple basic frame petals on a continuous wire. Now you're getting that in itself is a inter, an intermediate technique. The continuous split basic, I would consider that an intermediate technique. But once you get to the size of the flower, and I guess there are other techniques in the flower with the center that made it an advanced pattern, not just the petals. But in it itself is an advanced pattern. So yes, you can reduce the petal to reduce the size, but at the same time, when you have all of these petals on one continuous wire, um, and especially if this person is more, I'm seeing as a beginner slash intermediate beater, then the way to reduce the petals for the water lily would be one, to figure out the petal size without the continuous um, without the continuous split basic technique. First figure out the size of the petal, and then make the petal on the continuous split basic technique. Flip the And then when making the subsequent twisted wires on the continuous split basic, you would take your ruler, measure out the twisted wire on the first petal or your sample petal, and then twist that to your sample petal. For example, your twisted wire is half an inch, right, on your sample petal. Then for your subsequent continuous basic twisted wires, you would twist it to half an inch, and so on and so forth. So if this is all going over your head because you don't know what I'm talking about, then you don't have to worry about it just yet, because that's another layer to this question. But overall, for the first question, how do I reduce the size of a flower? Is, in a nutshell, to use the same basic frame bead count and reduce the number of rows. So this was just an extra layer because they wanted to do it to an advance project pattern. So that. All right. So we are getting to the end here. It is almost an hour. I've been on for almost 1 hour. So I'm going to call this a day. It is hot today. It is so hot. So I will take the kids to the pool or something because it is hot, hot, hot. It's been a week. It's been quite a week. We just found out, like, the other day that the school that my teens will be going to will not be opening. Um, as like I transfer them, transfer the application, transfer, like, they were accepted and everything, and then we just found out the school will not be opening, and it's just been a damper on my mood because I was just looking forward to having some positive news, just something different for my kids. Um, you know, so that's just been a damper on my spirit. It's just been a damper. So I need to figure out what to do next. Anyways, on that positive note, or not. Um, oh, I do need to figure out when I'll come on next week. So I'll probably do the same next week at 10 o'clock because I do want to spend the afternoons. I don't want to tie up my mornings and then have to come back in the afternoon. So let me get my calendar up. All right. So next week, August 15th, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, I will schedule that. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. And I'll see you next week. Bye.